Julia. That city silver sluts the vibe, internationally recognized. I set the tone as my design, and it's stuck in your mind. Legacy is
on the house.
Thank you so much. I thought it was banned. I get drinks on a house, nigga. This is still my city. I'm the mayor of Miami. Suck my dick.
Shout out my label, that's me. I'm in this bitch with TB. I'm in this bitch with 4 tray. I just pulled up me a A. Real nigga all in my face. 500 racks in my safe. 500 racks to the plug. What you know about showing love? What you know about pulling up? And Bentley trucks. Make these bitches fall in love.
And you are not welcome in Miami Beach.
I thought we was banned for the club. What happened? Miami mayor, what's going on?
Niggas together, we came from the bottom. We used to wear each other. None of my niggas gon' fold. Couple pussy niggas told. They ain't my niggas no more.
Love speech. This is our year, our takeover.
It's on the house.
Thank you so much. I thought it was banned. I get drinks on a house, nigga. This is still my city. I'm the mayor of Miami. Suck my dick.
Shout out my label, that's me. I'm in this bitch with TB. I'm in this bitch with 4 tray. I just pulled up me a A. Real nigga all in my face. 500 racks in my safe. 500 racks.
I'm just gonna say I didn't do it. I'm just gonna say that I didn't play the song. I don't find the song funny. I didn't think it was appropriate to do.
You gotta sacrifice that title. If this retarded, this is not funny. This is horrible. Guess you're not top G anymore.
Stole that shit. I'm top G, nigga. I talk facts.
Tristan told me that SNEAKO played the song.
He was calling on it. Oh yeah, SNEAKO does loads of clips insulting me all the time.
Let's work out this issue a little bit.
There's no issue.
They smile in my face, is what I don't like. They steal your whole sound, that's a sound bite. The media crucify me like they did Christ.
I'm not fucking sorry for listening to a song. It's a fucking song.
A girl will run her mouth only out of spite, but I never hit her.
You fool.
I'm just gonna say I didn't do it. I'm just gonna say that I didn't play the song.
Isn't that beautiful how it looks?
This ain't cheddar, this quiche.
got it, Mr. Ready Back. 90 seconds on my back. 30 seconds circulate. Fuck it just as regulate. Do it just as regulate. Take it just as regulate. Call it just as regulate. Write it just as regulate.
What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Z Walker, thank you for the 20. Welcome back to another stream. Today is going to be great. Today is going to be a full breakdown. Now that we have proof, we have full proof that Epstein worked for Israel. It's going to be a great stream. Bryce Mitchell will be calling in, UFC fighter, straight out of Arkansas. He is very vocal about Christ is King, so I'm sure the Christians are going to love this one. And maybe we could find some sort of unity. There's some more drama. I'm going to break down why Piers Morgan is covering up for Israel, claiming that Epstein worked for Russia. That's what the mainstream news, that's what the Matrix is talking about. The Matrix is trying to blame this on Russia. And as top G, I have to go and clear this up. I'm going to break down why I've been talking about this for so long. And I want to give a shout out to all the conspiracy theorists in the chat. Put a W in the chat if you are a conspiracy theorist that has now been vindicated. One of the perfect examples was my debate against Moist Critical 2 years ago. And over several years, the last 4 years, I've been deemed a crazy conspiracy theorist for so long for holding beliefs that are now true. About COVID, about Epstein, about Israel, about all of this, about Chris Tyson. All of this I've now been completely vindicated about. So I've taken a lot of hits, and I'm sure you guys have too. It's time for the conspiracy theorists to celebrate a little bit for the fact that they are right, but obviously the situation is not anything to celebrate over, and we shouldn't be out here saying I told you so too much, because that is a waste of time. But we deserve to, I think it's fair after all the hits we took, getting censored, getting banned, getting alienated, demonized. I think we could gloat just a little bit. So, this coffee's strong. Is this Mossad poison? Oh, fuck. Is this... No, I'm fine. Is this poison? Are we okay? I think we are okay. That wasn't a clip farm. Voila. GLM in the chat for all the Goys. Goys lives matter. Goy lives matter. Goy lives matter. I will be releasing some clothes on the Nikola line on SNEAKO.com very soon. Finally done with some. This is one of the samples right here. It's not one of the final versions. I'm getting more samples soon, but I love this hoodie, so maybe we could use this one This is something that I've been working on. One of the prototypes, I was supposed to keep it secret, but I'm getting antsy and I want to release it. So GLM in the chat. Happy to see you guys. Long live love speech, of course. Great to see the community. It's going to be a great stream. I have a lot of things to get into. I'm very excited to get into Jmail. And also there's another website that people found made by somebody who wants to live as far away from black people as possible. It sounds like I'm being racist, but there is now a website where you can use technology to deem how far away from black people you can live. So that's some fun stuff in here. It's going to be a very fun stream. It's been nice to call into guests. And also with a new right-wing e-girl drama, I saw that Sarah Stock did deactivate her account, and people are calling Elijah Schaefer and Sarah Stock fake Christians. And it's the first time that I've seen a Christian be called a fake Christian, you know, because fake Muslim, you do anything, you see what they say about me. I don't take the gambling deal. I don't view bot. I don't do this stuff. I try as best I can and make mistakes. You know, I'm around women. I play music. Not perfect. And I get called a fake Muslim all the time. Now I'm finally seeing it because allegedly Sarah Stock cheated on her husband to sleep with Elijah Schaefer, who is also married and has children. I like the both of them. I was supposed to do a podcast with Nick Fuentes, Myron Gaines, and Elijah Schaefer 2 years ago. And infamously, that podcast didn't happen because I didn't think that it was the right decision to make. And it's funny, it was called Controlled Chaos, and this definitely looks like some controlled chaos. So maybe you did kind of get the entertainment you were looking for. I like Sarah Stock as well. I met her at CPAC, the conservative conference, about 2 years ago. She came up to me. We did an interview. She's come on my stream before. Very nice young girl. And I saw she deactivated. So I like the both of these people. If the situation is true, which it seems like there's damning evidence, then I want to say, like, you know, I'm offering a message of support for them. Obviously, people make mistakes. They're not perfect, and there's going to be a whole bunch of backlash. But I have to say, as somebody who knows most of these e-girls, and to tell the simps and the gooners, because it was bad yesterday when I brought Lauren Chen on stream, I knew this was going to happen. The Lauren Chen segment, the interview, I haven't spoken to her in over a year. That was only streamed on Kick, and the Kick chat is very different than the YouTube chat. You guys know the Kick chat's a lot of rage baiters, gooners, gamblers. You know, it's very degen, and the whole chat was just spamming stuff about Lauren the whole time. And as predicted, I said that the YouTube comments would say that my community is filled with idiots, and that's what they were saying. So you guys did not represent me well. It was kind of funny, but it's not too great. And from somebody who knows a lot of these e-girls, I have to tell you, I know them. I've been around them. I've hung out with them. If you knew what I knew, and I'm not a rat, I'm not a snitch. If you knew what I knew, if you catch my drift, you would not be simping for these girls the way that you are. If you knew what I knew, and I told you everything, you would also pity, and you'd find it funny the way that these e-girls can garner simps the way that they do. So it's a good message to stop simping. Reminder to never, especially like girls that are public on the internet, it is what it is. I like a lot of them, but time and time again, the same playbook happens. It happens every single time. All right? Trust me. I'm not incentivized to say this stuff publicly, but I know them. All of them.
SNEAKO's real identity has been revealed as Shlomo Sheckelberg. He's undergone extensive plastic surgery to look like a GOI. Mossad operative.
Anyway, it's going to be a great stream. Going to be very good. Happy to see you guys in here. Welcome back. Oh, I didn't see that TTS. What did you say? I missed that. Ah, shit. He said what? I need to add the TTS on the screen. I did miss that. My apologies. That was $30. Could somebody repeat what he just said? Whoops. And yeah, everybody in here, let's do a quick roll call and see everybody. I'll do that briefly because we have a lot to talk about today. All right. This is going to be a interesting stream. And Jmail, which I finally found, I'm excited about. But also the undamning evidence, well, the damning evidence that Epstein works for Israel. Now that we have that, I think it's time we hold everybody accountable as running cover. Because if you aren't admitting right now, remember this. Every talking head who's not admitting that Epstein was an Israeli spy, they are covering up for pedophilia. They are covering up for the most evil blackmail operation we've ever seen. That's what they're doing. Anybody who's blaming Russia, anybody who's afraid to talk about this, And people like Andrew Tate are saying that Epstein was a success. Matt Walsh still hasn't answered my question. Who did Epstein work for? Still hasn't answered. He has a lot of words calling me a brown communist. Piers Morgan is saying I'm the Hitler-loving Nazi. My mom died in Ollie. 2 days ago on his last debate, he insinuated that Epstein works for Russia. Worked for Russia, if you actually believe he's dead. And it's not just talking points. It's not just content. This is the only reason that Zionism is so prominent in the West. The reason that so many people support Israel is because of this pedophile blackmail. So people who are trying to redirect and change the conversation, run cover, they probably, one, have ties, indirectly or directly to Epstein. You can see Piers Morgan picture with Ghislaine Maxwell, if you guys saw that. And then he threatened to sue me. And in the words of Michael Jackson, do me, sue me, everybody do me. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. That's what happened. And he has connections to Alan Dershowitz, Epstein's lawyer, who we've seen in the files, says that he was reporting to Mossad. Dershowitz had direct connections to Mossad. If you don't know what Mossad is, that's the CIA of Israel. He was reporting. So I'll bring all this up instead of yapping. It's good to see everybody in here. Please quickly type a 1 if you're going to be in here for the whole stream. Yesterday I streamed for 7 hours, the day before for 9.5. It's going to be a diverse stream. We're calling different people, playing video games, having fun, joking around. Type 1 if you're going to be in here. If you enjoy the consistency, if you enjoy these long streams, I do appreciate your support. It is a difficult situation for me right now. I'm not going to be, too sympathetic about it, but not a lot of people are telling the truth. So yeah, thank you. I see everybody in here. I appreciate it a lot. But yeah, it's difficult, right? Not a lot of people are telling the truth about this. There's tons of pressure to fold, tons of pressure to apologize, and it's it is kind of lonesome. It is, though, to be honest with you. There's to be like everybody else, to be a talking head, to be a shill for Israel, and take the shekels, take the $7,000. That's what everybody would do. That's what everybody's advocating that you do. And you've seen what happened. You've seen the attacks. Everybody, trying to point fingers at me, blame me, call me the worst person in America. Most people have apologized. Most people have folded. Most people have sided with the people that are working using this pedophile blackmail operation. So seeing you guys in here, seeing you guys support, it really means the world, and I would not be able to do this without you. I'm trying my best as Top G to be mentally strong. That's what I'm supposed to do, but I'll be transparent. It is difficult. I'm going to take some creatine for mental cognition or whatever. Bismillah. I'm not sponsored. Oh, I fucking missed half of it. Where are you? All right. Ugh. Yeah. So yes, thank you to everybody here, and everybody complaining about. It's like, oh, I don't want to listen to politics. I want a goon. Leave the stream. A lot of new viewers are coming in. I'm reaching a lot more people. The YouTube is growing a lot. Make sure to subscribe to both my channels. SNEAKO's my main channel. SNEAKO's my second channel. A lot of new people are coming in. And when the hardcore, really supportive, active community members of Love Speech are begging for goon content, monkey, Riz baddies, begging for Indian content, it's scaring away the new people. You're scaring away not only the hoes, but the new people coming in. So let's try to keep it. I know that you guys you might have goyim fatigue, but this is what's most important to talk about right now. And I'm putting an effort to make the streams diverse, to go longer, so that you guys get every single type of entertainment. For example, yesterday, I went IRL, did the politics, did the funny stuff, did some calls, and then gamed for like 3 hours. So we're doing everything. Let's get into this right now. Happy to see this. You don't push it on the OG channel? Yes. Actually, I'm almost done. I'm almost done with the main channel video. And when that's up, Fulcrum's calling me. I'm in the middle of a monologue, bro. You keep calling me when I'm in my monologues, dude. Like, I don't know if he's in a store right now smoking weed. I don't know what he's doing, but like, I'm a little busy right now. Thank you for the 20. SNEAKO, Daniel Hikikachu said he stood by you a couple weeks ago and supported you as a Muslim. I honestly couldn't be more proud of you. Yes, shout out to Daniel. Everybody showing support. The real question is, what are we going to do about all this shit? We have no choice but to make a choice. So what do you do now that you know? Now that I've been right. Now that you've been right, the conspiracy theorists. What do? You do not show hate. Love Speech, the community is all about, we love everybody. We don't spread hate. They're going to try their absolute best, like Piers Morgan, to say we're hateful people and that we want to kill and we want to murder. We don't. What you can do, and the only thing you really should do, is continue to work hard, stay prayed up. There's a spiritual warfare going on. Try to talk to God every day. That's my bestie. God is your best friend. Stay prayed up. Make sure you go to the gym. Make sure you stay healthy. I'm trying my best. I'm putting in a lot of hours. And I've been a little more active in the gym, but not completely. I need to respond to Mams Taylor. They did text me. They want me to do that fight with Andrew Tate. I forgot to respond to the text. They just texted me again. Yes, I am. Yes, responding to that. So I am having to go to the gym more because apparently they want to do this fight. Not confirming it yet. I want to make sure that they get everything right. I'm not going to promote gambling like Andrew Tate did. So that's all you can do. That's all we can do. And if you want to get politically involved, make sure you do so with rhetoric. Make sure you do it the legal way. Make sure you get involved in, if you want to get involved in a group, is make sure you're putting out the right message, because right now they're going to triple down. I'm telling you the future. Well, it's not like I'm, I can see into the future, but this is what happens. They're going to try to, there probably will be some sort of false flag attack, and they're going to try to blame people that are looking into this and say that we need more censorship and say that we need to ban this stuff because people are acting hateful. So while they try to amplify the hate, do not get schizo, do not get hateful, do not lose your mind. Stay vigilant. Just make sure you do the right thing. Work extremely hard. You guys see me working hard. Do that every day for the whole year and for the rest of your life. Especially right now, that's super important. Everybody is looking at this side of the internet to see and try to find pockets and try to find a reason to shut us up. So don't make mistakes. A lot of these people are saying, they're making fun of the dead babies in Gaza. They are being disrespectful. They're trying to stir up hate and get you to act like them. But we can't act like them. All right, Damien, look, I see you in the chat. Your TTS don't work? Does it not work?
Major story about to break. SNEAKO, real name Shlomo Sheckelberg, is an undercover Mossad operative using Islam as a guise. Google search SNEAKO Island.
Yeah, here we go. Major story about to break. SNEAKO, real name Shlomo Sheckelberg, is an undercover Mossad operative using Islam as a guise. Okay, dude. Yeah, that's the schizo stuff I'm talking about. Make sure here. This may be the wrong time, but you make me laugh so hard. I appreciate it. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it too. I appreciate that. Fixing the TTS. Okay, TTS will be at $30 while I'm doing the monologue because I don't want to be interrupted too much, and then we'll lower it later on. All right, let's get into the stuff. Here's the proof that Epstein was an Israeli spy used to gain support for Israel with pedophile blackmail. Here it is. It's really simple. There's a long breakdown, but this is as simple as it gets. This is from the Justice Department. This is from, this is a government website, justice.gov. Jeffrey Epstein was represented by Dershowitz. Alan Dershowitz, this is a man that Piers Morgan says he highly respects. Ed has brought on a show, Piers Morgan Uncensored, many, many times. CHS remembered Dershowitz tell Alex Acosta, U.S. Attorney of Southern District of Florida at the time, that Epstein belonged to both U.S. and allied intelligence services. CHS shared phone calls between Dershowitz and Epstein, during which she took notes. After these calls, Mossad would then call Dershowitz to debrief. Is this, are my headphones working? Let me see one more time. I can't hear. Why can I not hear? It's not working. Excuse me. Indian technical difficulties. Please work now. I don't know why it's not working. It's fine. After these calls, Mossad would then call Dershowitz to debrief. Oh, man. Oh, man. Epstein was close to the former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Barak, who I've said many times have visited and has been pictured visiting his estate in Manhattan on the Upper East Side on East 81st Street, allegedly around 30 times. Epstein was close to former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Barak, and trained as a spy under him. FBI knew about this. The government knew about this for many years. Clearly, they're okay with it. They only released it now. They knew that Epstein was a spy working for Israel. I don't know what else you need. I don't know what other confirmation you need. I saw back and forth. People were saying, okay, we need damning evidence. We need a smoking gun. Nick Fuentes said that the other day. This is the smoking gun. What else? What else could you possibly need? From the Justice Department, one more time, I'll reiterate. Epstein was close to former Prime Minister of Israel and trained as a spy under him. Keep winning. Long live love speech. Thank you. Barack believed Netanyahu was a criminal. Saudi Arabia, Israel, and the United Arab Emirates, UAE, are allied against Qatar, Turkey, and Iran. Qatar, Turkey, and Iran are the ones fighting back against Israel the most right now. And Syria. Also Syria, right. One of CHS's blanks, I don't know why this is redacted. Well, obviously you do know why. Who presumably worked blanked, asked CHS a lot of questions about Epstein. CHS became convinced that Epstein was a co-opted Mossad agent. There you go. What else do you need? Not Russia. Not Qatar. It's an Israeli spy. And this is from the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. So remember also Dan Bongino. Sunny Fast, thank you for the 10 subs on Kick. I appreciate it. Dan Bongino was the deputy director of the FBI for around a year. Before that, he was a podcaster on Rumble, one of Rumble's favorite content creators. And then he left the FBI, and now he's going back to podcasting. And he's tweeting every day, it's January 13th, and Donald Trump is the president of the United States. Okay, cool. Why did you cover this up? Why did you work for the FBI? The FBI had damning evidence. Why would you cover this up? Why would you not say this? What about Kash Patel? Kash Patel said, there's no proof that Epstein killed himself. What about Trump? The Epstein files, it's a liberal democratic hoax. It's the radical left. Here you are. This is the most 4K proof that the government knows what's really going on. They're just straight up lying to you, Goy. They're lying to us, GLM. Just in, new Jeffrey Epstein records reveal an email titled Photo from Visit to Bibi Netanyahu. The attached image in the file is fully censored with no visible content disclosed. I hope the ranch is fun. Great weather out here in the Hamptons. Operation on my shoulder on Tuesday. And here's a redacted image. Allegedly, it's a picture of Jeffrey Epstein and Benjamin Netanyahu. And again, this came out a couple days ago, where this has been circulating around. But here, Epstein's saying, as you probably know, he represents the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds, obviously, in charge and one of the creators of the central bank system. The central bank system right now that was responsible for the 2008 market crash, the housing crisis. The housing crisis that started from the subprime mortgages that were handed out to people of low income status. Subprime meaning you don't have enough money. You're poor. You're broke. You can't afford, and your credit score is not good enough to apply for a mortgage, but we're going to give them out anyway. They gave out so many that the economy collapsed, and the whole world hit the greatest recession that we've seen since the Great Depression in the 30s. The central bank system that's keeping us all as slaves, that's keeping us all as goyim. The central bank system that Jeffrey Epstein was bragging about, the goyim have to stay part of. The goyim work in the real world. This is what Epstein's saying. The goyim work to try to gather resources, and they're their slaves working hard. Yes, massa, working all day. This is us in the cornfields picking cotton. And Epstein said that the Jew works in the financial system to make money from shorting, from shipping, from stocks. I was hoping to figure out a way for the bank that has 160 in management, can something do tech, best client list in the world. Prehistoric products, it can wait. Good luck in China. It will be in Europe again. So there you go. He represents the Rothschilds. So here's Jmail. I'll get into this a little bit later. This is a website where you can sort through Jeffrey Epstein's email. It's formatted really well. This is incredible that we even have. And here's also a website built to avoid black people. I can't believe this actually exists. Technology's getting crazy. Here's Ben Shapiro saying nothing involving children ever happened on the Epstein Island.
The reason the FBI is not releasing them is because those tapes do not include underage people with third parties on Epstein Island. That is not what the tapes are.
No.
I also have sources in the federal government.
Yeah, I have sources in the federal government. It was just a little bit of cheese pizza. It wasn't actually.
This is the guy who's in charge of Matt Walsh. This is Matt Walsh's slave owner. This is the guy who runs the Daily Wire, or you can call it Israeli Wire, who's been running cover, pushing Judeo-Christian values since he came up on the scene. One of the leaders of the conservative movement. There you go. Also, he was a never Trumper, but now he's a huge Trump supporter. conveniently after Trump meets with Netanyahu 5 times already in the second term. And Netanyahu is scheduled to visit Mar-a-Lago very soon. I want to go watch this whole video breakdown. But what I also think is important, because the conspiracy theories have won, you know, we deserve to gloat a little bit, but not focus too much time on that. I want to show you how long I've been talking about this. And again, this guy, Ryan Dawson, who has been basically glazing the Tates nonstop, has become a major A-log of mine. And not to start petty drama and stuff, but just to point out, yeah, he's been dissing me nonstop for years. For years. And I came to Japan. I gave him money because I saw that he was poor. I gave him money out of my pocket that he didn't ask for because I wanted to support him. And I put him on to a lot of people. So here's Tristan Tate in 2023. 3 years ago, talking about the Epstein list, and I said, Ryan Dawson can name drop exactly who the Matrix is. No wonder he is banned from social media, crypto exchanges, and banks just like you. In the video, we explain who Epstein worked for. Also, from the suite, you could see the only reason that the Tates even know who Ryan Dawson is because of me. This is why. They didn't know. I brought him back on the scene. I introduced him to Fresh and Fit. I revived his career. Since then, he has spent almost every day on Twitter dedicating his platform to try to ruin me. So that's just what happens in this world. You know, that's what happens when you get this fatigue. This is what happens when, you know, it makes you very bitter. And it happens to me sometimes too. You know, talking about this nonstop, seeing that you're right and nobody understands, it can make you a bitter person. And I've fallen into that, but I have a very optimistic mindset now regardless. I won't even say if I'm optimistic. I'm a realist about it. I know that this life is temporary. I know that I'm going to die, and I try every day to make it into heaven. This life is so short, but you're going to be dead forever. You're going to be alive for a short period of time. You're going to be dead forever. That's why I maintain the mindset that I have now. Thank you for the 20. Can y'all stop with the brown clown meme? Big Sneaky gets annoyed. I don't really care, to be honest with you. It's funny. Like I don't, racist jokes don't bother me. I don't care. I pretend to care because I think it's funny to get rage baited and stuff like that and to give the chat something to joke about. But do you think I give a fuck? This is my tweet from January 4th, 2024, over 2 years ago. I said Jeffrey Epstein was hired by Israeli intelligence. Their goal was to brainwash an entire country to trust the needs of Israel before their own. Their method was to simply turn the most influential people into useful puppets. Made possible with vile, evil, sexual blackmail, it worked. Told you. I told you. Gotcha. I've been saying this. And this is the type of rhetoric that will get you alienated, demonized, deplatformed, your life ruined. But finally, I get to be like, told you. Gotcha. So here, oh, my fault. In November 8th, 2024, I said it's time to release the Epstein and Diddy client list. There we go. Well, again, I've been demanding this for years. 2023 of October. Jeffrey Epstein is the reason your favorite celebrity is silent about Palestine. The reason that you see all these talking heads run cover for Israel and they're not vocal at all. They're very vocal about the Holocaust that happened 100 years ago, but they're not vocal about the Holocaust happening now. The reason is they either have connections they're getting paid for, or they're tied directly to the pedophile blackmail operation that's used to gain support for Israel. That's why it happened. The only reason that people turn a blind eye to genocide happening now and act like what happened 100 years ago is the only thing we're supposed to talk about. The holy, the holy, the holy, the holy. Let's talk about the holy now. The reason is because of this island. That's why this was used. Let's remember that. These talking heads, I see a lot of boomers and idiots, they'll talk about Judeo-Christian values because they don't know any better. But celebrities, talking heads, these people ignoring Palestine, they do it because of Epstein. '23 of March, I tweeted, if COVID was made in a Wuhan lab, how are we supposed to believe AIDS came from monkeys? There's no cure for cancer after almost a century, but the COVID vaccine was made in 6 months. It's almost like there's a reason top scientists dominate Epstein's client list, 2023. And now we can see that even in the Epstein files, you saw Bill Clinton was planning a pandemic simulation, allegedly, apparently, what it looks like. Larry and I have been working on deliverables. This is from Bill Gates. At Larry's request, I've spoken with Roger, and over here at the bottom it says white paper recommendations of neurotechnologies for chronic disease, white paper neurotechnologies as weapons in national intelligence defense, follow-up recommendations and technical specifications for strain, pandemic simulation. Was one of my strikes on YouTube. Obviously, YouTube then apologized, and they said, thank you for your patience, but essentially you were right, and they unbanned me. Bill Gates has said numerous times that he was on the Epstein Island and that he regrets it. Here is a clip of him talking about it right here.
Knew a lot of very rich people, and he was saying he could get them to give money to global health. You know, in retrospect, that was a dead end, and I was foolish to spend time with him. I was one of,
if you can't see, here's Jeffrey Epstein.
Many people who regret ever knowing him.
You've no doubt seen the allegations, including some of them from the last 24 to 48 hours. Are they true?
No, apparently Jeffrey wrote an email to himself. That email was never sent. The email is, false. So I don't know what his thinking was there. It just reminds me, every minute I spent with him, I regret and I, apologize that I did that.
The problem is some of the things that he has sent and some of the information about other people that has come up in those files has been true. Why would he do this and say this about you, do you think?
It's factually true that I was only at dinners. I never went to the island. I never met any women.
Said Microsoft penis. Really, dude? Like, really? Like, right now you're going to joke?
And so, the more that comes out, the more clear it'll be that although the time was a mistake, it had nothing to do with that kind of behavior.
So, I got tech teams in Israel. I've got an Israeli girlfriend. The Israelis could pull the operation on Hustlers University whenever they want. Makes sense, huh? Thanks for the 20. Sound like brother, you look like a Bangladeshi like me with that hair color.
And the KPP
brother coming to
will be
Bangladesh,
good.
WCCO,
Keep
JK,
it up.
Bangladeshi. Okay, thank you for specifying that was a joke. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 20, bro. Ramadan Subathon about to hit. Yes, Ramadan coming up very soon. Got to be preparing for that. It's going to be a very great Ramadan. And also, I hope it's a successful Lent to all the Catholics in here as well. Continuing on, I'm going to watch the Ben Shapiro video, see all this stuff. Here's the Sarah Sock. All right, here, let's go back. And I want to show you a little bit more about this rhetoric because I think, again, let me specify, it's important to remember who was telling the truth and who wasn't. This is a debate that I had with Moist Critical in July of 2024, back when I was still banned on YouTube for the reasons that I'm now right about. Funny, huh? Right here, let's see what Moist Critical was saying. I did not have YouTube at the time. He did. He didn't post this. It was only on Rumble and X. Let me unmute. This is still muted. Do you know who owns Pornhub, for example?
MindGeek.
MindGeek. You know who controls MindGeek?
Couldn't tell you.
A rabbi.
Is that right? I mean, I didn't know.
Okay, do you know who controls the music industry? The people like, Ice Spice, she says, Papa Perk, twerk, Papa Perk, twerk. You know who controls the music industry?
Who?
All Zionists. And they use black culture to promote degeneracy, and that's how you get these wiggers that run around saying nigga all the time and doing this stuff. That's how you get this culture, because they listen to rap music so much they get brainwashed, they start shooting, popping perks, they want to be cool. The idea of cool now for white people is acting like a thug black person that they hear in the music. The reason that they do this is to keep us controlled, to keep us weak. Because when you're using your life force all the time, would you agree that watching porn, jerking off, would you agree that it lowers your energy?
Well, that's a very real thing, yeah. Porn addiction, all that's a bad thing for sure. But you're taking things, you're taking actual things, like porn addiction, and you're tying it into a completely conspiratorial thing that doesn't do anything.
It's not conspiratorial. What I just said was true. A rabbi owns Pornhub.
But that's probably true. Like, I imagine you're right. I'm sure you've done your research on it. But that's also so inconsequential because I don't think it ties into this bigger narrative of the Zionists trying to keep SNEAKOs weak or anything like that.
Where's my apology? These people now take these talking points and act as if it's their own, while not giving credit to the people that lost everything to do this when it was unpopular. Now this is popular. Now everybody knows about GLM. Now they know about Goyim. In the words of Jeffrey Epstein, Goyim, they're the ones who are supposed to work hard while Jeffrey Epstein and his people can make money from finance. He represents the Rothschilds, the central bank system. The Goyim are the subhuman. He doesn't care. He doesn't even think that they're worth existing the way that he can. He sees them as resources. So of course, Epstein believes that it can use things like porn, feminism, all the media, literally everything that you consume that's out of the frame of what God wants you to do, all that is used as goy slop to keep you down while people like Epstein control the entire world. And back then, Moist Critical called me a conspiracy theorist. What now? What now? Stole that shit. It's clips, not mags. It's clips, not mags. Apologize.
That is corruption. It's called corruption. Like
my point is the reason that you hold on to this belief so dearly that 18 is the age of consent is because they want us to believe this so much. They want us to have this idea of age of consent, age of consent, age of consent, and now we don't even believe in marriage anymore. Now we believe in this idea of frivolous sex. Now we believe that, oh, okay, I'm 18, I can consent now, I can have sex. When that shouldn't even be a term. The term should be age of marriage.
Doesn't do that.
Yes, it does. Age of consent, just that word implies sex out of wedlock.
Okay, but first, there's a couple things here. First of all, the age of consent, if it wasn't there, it's not going to lead to more marriages magically. There's a lot of societal things, such as job, economy, housing market. You know those things. Getting rid of the age of consent doesn't magically fix that.
No, it doesn't matter.
Is more.
Politicians win elections. They put that on their website. They talk about it all the time. Zionists, they openly talk about how they control. It's not a secret. Why do you think that they do that? Okay, so let's follow my line of questioning. Why do you think the Zionists that boast about it, that control Hollywood as well, if you look at the list of these people, the directors that produce all these people, it always goes back to the same place. That's why Harvey Weinstein got accepted for having sexual blackmail things. That's why.
Who is now implicated on the Epstein files? Harvey Weinstein.
Or the Epstein Island thing, they had connections to all these Hollywood directors and all these people. They blackmail these people sexually to push a certain, So why is that?
Well, just general corruption. Corruption exists in all of its forms, man.
True.
There's not some kind
True,
of
but it's predominantly
it's just
Zionist.
corruption. It's literally corruption.
No, it's not just corruption. It goes deeper. It goes into an ideology system, which you've now seen. So, hey, thanks for the 10. Hey, SNEAKO, seen a lot of people sold their crypto due to Epstein's involvement with Bitcoin. Do you know what his exact involvement with crypto was via the Epstein file? Keep it up. I need to look into that. I don't know. I see people are saying that Israel controls Bitcoin. I don't know if that's true. I think that could be speculation. I still believe in Bitcoin, but if that is true, then I guess we got to find something else. I know it's tanky. It's low right now, but I do believe in it overall. You know, you're saying sell it. I think that might be. Let's don't panic right now. Don't panic. That's my opinion, but obviously I'm not a financial advisor. What do I know? What do I know? Here it is. Here's another one.
Don't think it ties into this bigger narrative of the Zionists trying to keep SNEAKOs weak or anything like that. That is.
Saw that. Okay. I think. Well, do you think he's ever going to upload this debate? Probably not. I mean, I've since posted it, but it's kind of moved on. Here's more.
Being against race mixing.
He wants to continue the white race because the Zionists.
Okay, move on.
Facetious, and this is why clips and headlines and
this
is why fake Zionist news like controls the minds of people. Do you actually believe that he thinks people should call the FBI and say?
There's more. Okay. Ian Carroll just texted me. I want to bring him on stream as well. Let's see if he's ready to come on. I am gonna bring Bryce Mitchell. What did Ian Carroll say? What time are you thinking? Ooh. Whenever you're free tonight. Cool, we could bring on Ian Carroll just like that. All right, here's J-Mail. I'm very excited to see this. Very excited about J-Mail. Let's go see through this. So this is a website. Have you guys seen this yet? Have you looked through? They keep saying, I wish I can go on dark mode on this. People, Elon Musk. What's from Elon Musk? Wow, there's so many emails. Look how many emails there are from Elon Musk to Jeffrey Epstein back and forth. Holy shit. How many people will you be for the helicopter to island? Jeffrey Epstein to Elon Musk. Probably just Tallulah and me. What day night would be the wildest party on our island? Holy shit. He didn't even want to go. He wanted to go to the wildest party. Nigga was ready to wild out. He was ready to send that rocket ship. He wanted to put that SpaceX rocket ship on an island. He was ready to launch that. Holy shit. Wait a second. This website's so good. How long do you think this is going to last? How many people you beat for the hell y'all and Tallulah and me? This is back in 2012. Jeffrey Epstein, you are welcome to stay or just come for the day. Plenty of room. I will send heli to you. Elon Musk, do you have any parties planned? I've been working to the edge of sanity this year, and so once my kids head home after Christmas, I really want to hit the party scene in St. Bales or elsewhere and let loose. Scott, holy! The invitation is much appreciated, but a peaceful island experience is the opposite of what I'm looking for. He don't want no peaceful island. He ready to do that head twirl. No, bro. And again, Elon Musk, he has spent the past 2 years. I like Elon. Include this. Elon freed me on X. He brought free speech on X, and I appreciate that. He unbanned me on X. I was unbanned unjustly. But he did spend the past 2 years talking about Pakistani grooming gangs nonstop. Most of those stories happened in the 90s. He spent nonstop. Essentially, you know, the rhetoric was to blame radical Islamists, to blame Muslims. You notice how when it's Jeffrey Epstein and he's calling everybody goy, and most of the people that are implicated, like Alan Dershowitz, Ghislaine Maxwell, Robert Maxwell, Netanyahu, Ehud Barak, all of them are Jewish, all of them are Zionists. They don't call it a Jewish pedophile operation. But when they talk about the Somali daycares, they say it's a radical Islamist. They say it's a Muslim problem. When they talk about Pakistani grooming gangs that happened in the 90s, these stories that they talk about in the UK, they say it's a Muslim problem. Let's be consistent here. If you're going to call that a Muslim problem, then I'm not saying you should blame all Jews, but the rhetoric is very clearly different. You are welcome to stay. Hold on. This is incredible, bro. You are welcome to stay or just come for the day. Plenty of room. I will send heli to you. Do you have any parties planned? Okay, it's duplicating these emails. Let me scroll to the... Not duplicate them. Ratio is not a problem for Tallulah. Oh, so they're trying to... They don't even care. They're trying to go men and women. Do you want to join us and some others for drinks around the 30th? Okay, it doesn't sound... It's like what they always try to do is like, oh, I just met with... I'm not cool with him. I just met with him a couple times. It seems, based on this, they're communicating more than I communicate with people that I call close friends. You want to come and join for drinks? Unfortunately, we are not in St. Bart's tomorrow, back after the 30th. They're coordinating a lot, huh? Over several years, drinks. Seems like they were close friends. See, look at that. They're working around lunch through the 2nd. Perhaps we can get lunch. Any place you want to get lunch? I've been having food poisoning. I'll be speaking to Ted not for very long. Now I need to focus on Tesla. This is a year later now. This is March 2013. Productivity. My email address was changed due to high volume. Here's my new email. Now they want to spend Christmas together. They're coordinating over the span of years. Over years, back and forth. Anytime you're choosing, look at that. From what it looks like in the emails. I like that Elon Musk got me back, but, bro, type a 1 in the chat. If based off these emails, Elon Musk and Jeffrey Epstein are communicating more than you communicate with your close friends. That they are hanging out on Christmas, getting drinks, having dinners together, going to the islands together, they're vacationing together. I don't go on vacation with my friends or get drinks and dinner with my friends as much as Elon Musk and Jeffrey Epstein allegedly did based off these emails. That's insane. It seems like they were very good friends. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Who gifted that? Thanks a lot. Who else? Ehud Barak, former Israeli Prime Minister. Ian Carroll texted me. Let's see. It'd be funny to go through this with Ian Carroll. Okay, he's gonna come on. Ian Carroll's gonna come on. Bang, let's go. Ian Carroll's coming on 30 minutes. Clippers tweet that. Clippers tweet that Ian Carroll's about to join. Let's go. And shout out to him. I saw he's going to go on Tucker Carlson, I think on Friday or something like that. Shout out to Ian, doing great work. Great investigative research. And he was tweeting at Elon Musk about this. You know what's funny? Do you remember when Elon Musk ratioed? Do you remember when Ian Carroll ratioed Elon Musk? Elon Musk was like, what's this Israeli issue? Which is like, if you look through this, it seems pretty silly now. Hopefully he was actually ignorant. And Ian Carroll puts this entire paragraph about the USS Liberty, about Epstein, about October 7th, about their... And he just gives this entire detail. And it's one of the most brilliant ratios in the history of Twitter/X, where he just brutally ratios the CEO of the website. Hey, what's this deal with the Israel issue? And then he just gives this entire detail. And it's one of the most brilliant ratios in the history of Twitter/X, where he just brutally ratios the CEO of the website. Hey, what's this deal with the Israel issue? And then he just gives this entire detail. And it's one of the most brilliant ratios in the history of Twitter/X, where he just brutally ratios the CEO of the website. Hey, what's this deal with the Israel issue? it literally looked longer than the email exchanges that Elon had with Epstein. That's how detailed he was. You're saying he cooked him alive. I just think he was extremely informational. So let's see. Ehud Barak and Jeffrey Epstein. Should I meet her? Does it help in any way? For how long is she there? Let me know. Best. Kathy Romeller in Tel Aviv. Please note the information contained in this communication is confidential. May be attorney-client privilege. No help, just a good person. What else? NJF. NJF! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is NJF in here? I'm joking, obviously. This is Nicholas. Someone else. Hughes thoughts on going. YouTube won't let me type the whole thing. It has 1.4K views. Okay. That's the Israeli bank's paranoia after they paid the penalties they've paid to the U.S. authorities for past mistakes. Ehud Barak. According to our experience, it has never leaked out of the banks. Just keep them with them as an insurance policy. We have to follow on it on a minimal but satisfying base. Best, Ehud Barak. Please note the information is confidential. He's linking this New York Times article. Jeffrey Epstein emailing. What's this New York Times article? What the fuck? Of course you have to fucking pay for this shit. Hold on a second. Do I have an account? Oh my god, you gotta fucking pay? You have to pay to see this? Oh, here we go. No, you don't. Jeffrey Epstein's attorney is a fair plea deal. So are they working with the New York Times? Is this really the Matrix? Are they working with mainstream media to cover themselves up? Because this makes them look good, huh? A fair plea deal. The attorneys for a man accused of sexual abuse of young women defend the prosecutor's decision to drop federal charges against him. From what it looks like, the New York Times is working, allegedly, with Jeffrey Epstein and Israel. Very good content. Then the collective signing. Another note, shall we see you before leaving to Island? I'm in Florida. When do you leave? Wow. There's so much to look through here. We're going to do this over several days or something because it will take days, weeks to really get through all this stuff. Qatar presentation. Whoa, bro. Look how many emails between them. Let's see who else. Ghislaine Maxwell. Let's look. Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein Goy. Oh, here's Goy. Can you ask Donald and the Goy office the status of the dental and insurance program? Karina is ready to roll. Also ask Carlton if you would like to see me today at Hangar around 2:30. We'll know definite time later. Holy shit. Can you ask Donald in the Goy office? This is before Donald. This is before, if this is Donald Trump, this is before he was even president. Do you think Larry had done something and Larry convinced Bill to blame you? Bill Gates? What did they say about Goy here? There was some email from yours that Goy lost. Please send it. Ian Carroll texted me. Okay, he just says he's getting ready and then he's going to come on. Perfect. Bro, go. I want to go. This is dope. I'm going to go through this with Ian Carroll. Bro, there's not a lot of... I want to see all the emails about Goy. Where's Goy here? Hi, Jeffrey. I didn't come down too much going on. I will be down soon. You are right. The world has never been so much on edge. Just went through Dublin's hedge fund conference, blah, blah, blah. Think the U.S. economy can't be propped up by the Goy. And this is 2010. I don't think the U.S. economy can be propped up by the Goy. And we will be in this mire for a while. China will hit the wall soon, too. No customers for consumer goods. The luxury housing market seems to be where the rich are heading and also art and high-end jewels. No one trusts money. Humans have a hate sense of pending doom. I wonder why. Pete Green is coming to New York in 2 weeks. If you are in New York, I would like you to meet them. Holy shit. What about Alan Dershowitz? Oh my God, look at all this. And again, Alan Dershowitz, a man Piers Morgan allegedly said he respected. Mr. Clinton and Mr. Epstein. From Martin Weinberg. Okay, I gotta stop spamming that sound effect. Privilege redacted. Good morning, Dershowitz. Okay. From Ghislaine Maxwell? And you know what's funny about this is Ghislaine Maxwell is one of the few people alive that really knows everything. Everybody else has showed up dead. Robert Maxwell, he was passed away. Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. So many of the victims who came public killed himself. So many of these people. Dershowitz definitely knows a lot. He's still alive. Les Wexner, the financier of Jeffrey Epstein, he's still alive. Leon Black, another of the major financiers, still alive. But Ghislaine Maxwell, she's in prison right now. She knows everything. She knows everything. Mommy Milkers Maxwell. Really, bro? Like, now you're going to... Bro, can you guys take something seriously once in a while? Can we just, like... Can we take this seriously? Mommy Milkers. Like, if Kick Chat is just... I'm trying to find something important here. I mean, they really all are. Okay, who else is on this? Is Trump here? No, I don't see anything. Well, let's search Trump. Oh my God, there's so much. Dude, he's getting... What the hell? Pedophiles. What the fuck? Why is Epstein getting an email from Trump called pedophiles? What? Can you zoom in? Pedophiles. I want you to know how important you are to me. When I think of my most valued supporters, I don't think of the ones who are necessarily the biggest donors. I think of the ones who have been there for me since day one. I think of the ones who fought alongside. Is this just a campaign email? The ones who constantly fight back against the fake news, media's lies. I think of the ones I know I can count on. I think of you, pedophiles. Huh? What the hell? Despite everything the left has thrown at us, the left, you have never let me down, which is why I'm proud to let you know that you've been identified as an official Trump MVP. All you have to do is make a contribution of any amount and you'll automatically reach MVP status and become an official Trump MVP. Why the fuck is Trump asking for donations calling you pedophiles? Pedophiles. I think of you, pedophiles. What the fuck? Yeah, even Jeffrey, where have you been? Wait, was this a specific email? Automated email? Yeah, if it's an automated email, why would he send an automated email out called pedophiles? Was that, let me check my email. Did I get that? I'm definitely on some what? I don't see pedophiles, Trump. No, I never got this. Where have you been? Okay, well, this is automated email. Okay, we should skip that. New York Times called me about you and Trump. Also, Hillary campaign. All right. New York Times, I don't think we could ever trust the New York Times again. You know, it's funny. The New York Times has called me an anti-Semite relentlessly. New York Times reported on my meeting with Eric Adams and called me an anti-Semite. Let's see what the New York Times, now implicated in the Epstein files, said about me. Oh, wow. New York Times. I see you guys making up a funny name about New York Times that rhymes with new. I'm not going to say that myself because that's anti-Semitic. Can you stop with these fucking ads, bro? Holy, bro. Banned from YouTube, but welcomed by Eric Adams at Gracie Mansion. Mayor Adams did an hour-long interview with SNEAKO, a streamer who has made remarks many consider anti-Semitic. The conservative influencer Amber Rose was also present. Well, do you now understand why the New York Times is incentivized to call me an anti-Semite? Does that make sense? Do you get now, when I meet with Eric Adams, the former mayor of New York City, why all the media slanders, why they all call me an anti-Semite? Is it because they really care about hatred? Is it because they really care about hate speech? Or is it because maybe, just maybe, they work for Israel and Netanyahu? Just maybe, some of the top executives at the New York Times were also on the Epstein Island, allegedly. I don't know why else they'd be all over these emails. Can you believe that? That I'm getting slandered by people like this? A streamer who has made remarks many consider anti-Semitic. Do you understand now why I play that song? Do you understand now why I didn't apologize for that song? I think I still have that newspaper too. I do. It was the same day that Israel and America bombed Qatar. Last summer, oh, not Qatar, bombed Iran. You remember over the summer when the United States and Israel worked together to bomb Iran and its nuclear facilities, its military facilities? On the next page of the New York Post, right after, it's not New York Times, the New York Post, but let's be real, the Matrix, they all work together. Eric sit down with hate influencer, anti-Semitic smoke signal. Right here, Free Palestine. They use a thumbnail from my Project X vlog. I hope you know, all these leftists like Hassan Piker who try to separate themselves from me and say that they're better than me because, oh, he's a Nazi. Look what the media implicated with Epstein, allegedly. Look what they say about people who say Free Palestine. You're in the same boat. You're in the same boat. You're spreading division between people who are vocal about Palestine and the genocide ongoing. But the media, they consider you the same thing. It's the only reason they would put this here. Anti-Semitic smoke signal. Do you remember this? SNEAKO has made outrageous comments about the Third Reich online, including that Nazis had drip and calling the swastika aesthetically pleasing. Mayor Adams has also stood strong with the Jewish community. SNEAKO declared Free Palestine. And every conspiracy theory from the last century is just Israel. Well, looks like I'm right now. Not every, but most of them. During a live stream last year, according to the group Stop Anti-Semitism. On Friday, he posted Israel is not compatible with Western civilization. Do I have a valid point? Do I have a valid point? What else here? His content has also been condemned as misogynistic, while he has ties to white nationalist and Holocaust denier Nick Fuentes and Hitler praiser rapper Ye, formerly Kanye West. SNEAKO has made outrageous comments. Wow. And again, there's a video that just resurfaced right after Eric Adams left the position of mayor in New York City. He went to Israel, standing by the wall with the yarmulke on, and addressed the Israelis and said, "It was my duty to serve you as mayor." What's going on there? I saw some people pointed out that he was at Freemason rituals, but why is a U.S. government official in Israel saying that he's serving Israelis? Look at this.
My male team here in Israel, and as I finish, I wanted to come back here to Israel and let you know that I serve you as the mayor. But
you get it now?
I want to continue to have the title that's more important to me than anything. I'm your brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Well, not really. You know, if a lot of these people, Eric Adams, I think you're a nice guy. I think we did a great stream. But if we follow the logic in Jeffrey Epstein's email, Jeffrey Epstein didn't even think that black girls were good enough to go and fuck on the island. He wanted to stick to white girls. He didn't think that black people were good enough they weren't even worthy. It wasn't like he didn't think that black people were protected. He just didn't want to be around black people on the island. Can you believe that? So much more to cover. Man, this could be hours and hours, but I don't know. I don't know if you guys would be interested in a whole deep dive into J-Mail. LHS to Jeffrey Epstein. Jeff, how plausible is idea that Trump is a real cocaine user? Jeffrey Epstein, yes. Oh my God, bro. Jeffrey Epstein was friends with him and around him all the time, allegedly, in the 80s and 90s and the 2000s. It looked like they were besties. Epstein's saying that it's plausible that Trump is a cocaine user. Holy shit. Donald Snow. New York Times called me about you and Trump. Trump getting RNC bounce. Wow, it looks like they're celebrating. Well, who knows? This is speculative. See you with the real top G. Thank you, bro. A lot of this is like campaign emails. It's funny that even Epstein's getting goy slap campaign emails just like us. That's what you get. Calling us all goy. You still have to get these fucking scam emails telling you to donate. Yeah, you didn't do enough blackmail. Your email's still going to get fucking clogged up with slop. New York Times called me about you and Trump. Also, Hillary campaign digging deeply. Again, you should consider preempting. What else? Wait, what? I am getting worried. Who is this? Is this a New York Times? This is a New York Times reporter. What the fuck? Thomas Jr. Landon of the New York Times. Is emailing Jeffrey Epstein. New York Times is compromised. I am getting worried. Is he ever going to implode? Jeffrey Epstein, too late. You think he will win? Ask again the 30th. They're talking about Trump. Let's catch up next time you are in New York City. New York Times is making me write more on markets now, and I don't really know who to believe anymore. Where the market is going these days. No place else to visit for alpha. Your children are rich. If you knew Trump was going to win, how would you position your portfolio? Allegedly they're doing inside market trading. They're betting right now. New York Times reporter Thomas Landon is indirectly saying, you know that Trump is going to win. How do I place my stocks? What should I bet on? Give me a number, I'll call. Redacted. Holy fucking shit. Inside trading, allegedly. New York Times. If anybody here, from anyone, after this, if anybody here still trusts the New York Times, still believes the New York Times, who are writing articles calling me anti-Semitic, you're a fraud. You're a fraud. And you are supporting a news network, a publication that is clearly implicated in the Epstein files, and it looks like they are blackmailed by Pedophile Island. It looks like completely that they're just an outlet for Israel. Anybody here who's still reading that slop, you're an idiot, and you deserve to be called an idiot. How is this inside trading? Look, if you knew Trump was going to win, how would you position your portfolio? Give me a number, I'll call. He doesn't want to say it. He doesn't want to say it here. And then he gives his phone number. It looks like, I mean, I can't prove it, but it looks like they're preparing. It seemed like Jeffrey Epstein knew something beforehand, and he's going to give him a call on how to place his portfolio so that he could profit from inside trading, knowing how the election's going to go. Trump is still scheduled to depart Sunday between 4 and 6. Let me know if we are firm for wheels up Saturday at 6 p.m. still. Cocaine. Now everyone is coming to me thinking I have juicy info on you and Trump because of this. I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. Trump booms from a speakerphone. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them on the younger side. No doubt about it, Jeffrey enjoys his social life. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. We're looking at the Matrix right now. Again, this quote from Trump has been public for a long time, but now you see the media colluding with Epstein behind the scenes about this. They're not showing journalistic integrity. They're saying, oh no, now everybody's saying that I have info. Oh no, how do I write articles about you now that Trump has said that that Epstein's a terrific guy who loves to be with young girls and he's fun to hang out with? Oh my God. Have I missed any gifted subs? Please let me know if I did. Click on the icons on the bottom. Okay, there are photos in here. Bro. This is idol worship. For anybody, you know, who's getting into these look like demonic gods. What is this? Is this on his island? Oh, this is just them visiting Thailand, it looks like. He's playing the piano. Bro, there's so many photos. Oh my God! Oh, what the fuck? Is Bill Clinton getting sloppy toppy in a hot tub? And they redacted the girl? Or is he just laying back and chilling? Have you seen J-Mail, Stacey? Bro, you gotta look at this. Also, Stacey and I were working on the main channel video right now. It's almost done. Bro.
Are those new?
Yeah, it's a website called jmail.world where you could see Epstein's email, whatever they didn't redact. Who's this guy?
Nothing's redacted in there?
No, there's a lot of redacted things. This looks like Benny Safdie. There's Bill. Bro, they're having a great fucking time. Look up Jesus. I will. I'm going to look up Jesus and pizza. There's so much to look up, chat. Man, Ghislaine Maxwell is really a ride or die. Like, Troll should decide, you need to get a ride or die like Ghislaine. She never, bro, she stayed 10 toes down, loyal. She never switched up. She's doing 25 to life. On vacation, Air Monaco, helicopters. Is this Thailand? Peace, bro. See you, Steezy. W Steezy. Wait, what is this? On vacation. This is in Central Park. I'm gonna lie, bro, that's drip. I'm not gonna go sell Epstein merch. People are talking about that. Yeah, there was one that I wanted to talk about that briefly. Like this here, I'm seeing this is an AI photo that Nick Fuentes posted in promotion for his Epstein merch. I wouldn't sell this. People are saying to me, saying this after you spent the past week selling a custom Jeffrey Epstein quarter zip on your website is crazy. I didn't. This is just false, bro. It's false, and it's because of that promo that he posted. So it'd be nice if you can clear that up. I would appreciate that. You know, especially right now, like it could put me in a bad spot. Real talk. I've seen these photos before. That's a nice coat. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Is that a dog? They look like a regular, like, you know, rich Jew, Upper East Side Manhattan socialites. They look like Sex and the City people. Look at them having a good old time. They're at a concert. Why the fuck do they post? This is the shit that pisses. Why would you post this? Why would they post these blacked out pictures? How long does it go on? Hold on, let's see. It goes on. Oh my God, there's so many. Holy moly. She was a... Bro, I'm gonna lie. Ghislaine was kind of a cutie pie. I'm gonna... Horrible person. This feels illegal to look at, doesn't it? They're shooting. They're just hanging out. There's 9,000 photos, bro. Okay, all right. NSFW. Wait, I'm on YouTube. Let me not do that. I'll do that on Kick later. Yeah, people are going to use this in an or edit for sure. Chad, does that look like how Aiden smiles? I'm being weird, but like, does it not a little bit remind you of the way? Like a little bit?
You're weird. Ooh, you fucking, ooh, you, ooh.
Oh, man, look at her. You're saying there's not getting any good photos of Elaine? You're fuming? They probably didn't. She had some. Angora. It's another good photo. Dude, it's like, it's too humanizing. Having a good old blast. Wait a second. Wait a Wait a fucking second. Does anybody know what photo I'm talking about? Wait a second, hold on. Oh, fuck, I can't find that picture. I have the same sunglasses. These are female sunglasses. Damn it, where's that photo? Fuck, bro. They banned me on Instagram. I can't find the shit anywhere. Fuck. That's fine. That's fine. Well, stop. Why do Jews hate Christ? They don't. I'm not going to say they hate Christ, but Ben Shapiro did say that Jesus was a troublemaker. Okay, I want to sort through some of these photos, and then we'll go. Oh my God, look at all these redacted files. Holy shit. Oh, it seems like most of the actual photos are at the top. Are these not loading? Or are these not available? What is this? Gazebo. Is this a password for something? And this looks exactly like the Israeli flag, doesn't it? It's like it's just right in your face. It's just right in your fucking face. Beach house. Looks like a nice spot. More files, FBI, files. Is there anything crazy in here? Is that Robert Maxwell? Bill Clinton. Wow. There you go. That's a painting that Epstein had in his mansion of Bill Clinton wearing the dress from Monica Lewinsky, Jewish Zionist. Mick Jagger! This is lead singer of the Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger. Oh, it's just a shot away. Fuck. Not the GOAT. Jew me, sue me, everyone earn it. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. How many AI photos do you think are in here? This one's crazy, bro. Steve Bannon. Oh, this is when they did that mock interview. Yeah, the only times that Steve Bannon's implicated is when they did that interview that we already watched on stream. Kevin Spacey. You know, it's funny. Kevin Spacey got exiled from America because they caught him being a gay pedophile, and now he's literally tap dancing in Israel. It's just so funny how blatant it is. He's all over these emails. They're calling him a gay pedo. Here he is with Bill Clinton. Hold on, let me bring up the video. Kevin Spacey. The Michael Jackson pick is not real. Stop. Leave MJ alone. Okay. How come what? How come you never talk about how white supremacy is also part of Jewish propaganda? Bro, it's in the files that Epstein talked about how much he liked Tommy Robinson because he was cheap and easy to get to do what he wants. Well, it's not that. It's part of it is that he's just using these people as tools. It's not actual white supremacy. People like Tommy Robinson go undercover pretending to care about England and they really have allegiance to Israel. I just talked about that. This is like this brown subject. What are you talking about? I do all the time. That's why they call us brown clowns, man. Like, as I talk about that consistently. But the point is that's not real white supremacy. A real white supremacist wouldn't be a good goy slave for Israel. Stupid. And I said that the other stream. I said that like 2 streams ago, how it's majority the people that sold out America are people like Bill Clinton, the people that are implicated in these files. The majority of them are white Christians. That's who sold out America to Israel. It's white Christians. I said that. Why are you talking about that? I do, stupid idiot, but you just didn't see it. Thank you for your $20. Kevin Spacey, Israel. Hold on. Where is that? Oh, here it is. This is what Kevin Spacey's doing now. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Chat, this is what I feel like every time I do an Aiden Ross stream. I'm joking. He's my friend. But like, this is what I'm thinking. Like, damn, is that why you want me to go to?
Grabbed his pants, took a better stance, jumped up high. In the race, there's a lion. That's life, and I tell you, I can't deny it. Many times I thought of quitting, baby, but my heart won't buy it.
Yeah, it's Kevin Spacey. Who else? Walter Cronkite. God damn, that's an old motherfucker, bro. That looks like the Jew. There's Epstein. That looks like the Jew from Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's an old motherfucker here, bro. There's no way he's still alive. He must have died, right? American broadcaster. He's dead? Yeah. Wow. An anchorman from the CBS News. Who else? Bill Gates. How old is this girl? Bill Gates, how old is this poor young woman? How old is that woman? Is that your wife? Melinda did divorce him, right? You can see why. Trump. Yeah, look at that eye contact from Trump here. How old are these girls, Donald? Hey, all the MAGA supporters, how old are these women? Holy moly, bro. Woody Allen. Yeah, Woody Allen, right, allegedly married his adopted daughter from Korea. You know, and we saw Ronan Farrow, the woman he was with for a long time. He never married her, but she was on the phone crying about how the adopted children that they raised together were in pain and were grabbing their vagina. It's disgusting stuff. Who else is in here? Richard Branson. Is he an actor? Who else? Jelaine. Don't they look like so many... Anybody in New York City here? New York City. And I'm not talking about Brooklyn, the Bronx. I'm talking about, like, you know, Sex in the City, Manhattan socialites. You know, hanging around jazz clubs, staying out till 2 a.m. at a bar, walking through Park Avenue, hailing a cab. Taxi! Doesn't this look like so many couples we know? That's the Upper East Side, I think. It's a good photo, actually. Well, here are the Judeo-Christian values they talk about. Bumbleclad.
Bumbleclad!
Oh, someone gives a 10? Who gives a 10? Who gets a 10? I didn't see it. Bro, you guys got to tell me. I'm trying to see. They give it a 10 gifted. What's his name? You would hit. Relax, dude. Wow. Chat, who gifted 10? I asked you like 10 times. Ian Carl sent 30 minutes. Yeah, he's going to text me when he's ready. Unredact this now. Shut up, Gooners. Go to start under photos. I heard you the 50th time. It was Maximus? Yo, Bo, why is niggas not telling me? All right, let me put the TTS on the speaker so I can see here. $30 TTS, you're Jewish? Well, I'm not trying to hear Brokey speak right now in the middle of a monologue. Is anyone going to tell me who gifted the 10 subs or no? Like, you're just telling me to go into the starred photos. Like, I have Gooners in the chat. Okay, whatever, bro. I'm just going to leave you fucks alone. Like, you guys are so... No one gifted? Okay. I'm going to go to start photo. Relax, man. Yo, the creep motherfucker, bro. Damn, there's so many. What else? Okay, go to starred. Let's see. Aw, I'm joking. Oh, he's got the fucking quarter zip on. Weird fuck. Ew, dude. What the hell? She's cheating on him. Who's this? Is that KSI? KSI, why the fuck would you go to that island? Allegedly. What the hell is JJ Olatunjinobi doing? Is this him recording Thick of It? I'm in the thick of it. Everybody knows they got a big nose and I'm going to the island. Why the fuck is he there, bro? It's a similar forehead. Oh, it's Chris Tucker? Oh, shit. That is Chris Tucker. Wait a second. Who is this the fucking... Is that the guy from the police? Is this Sting? Chad, is this Sting? That's not Sting? Who is this? Whatever. Fire photo, Angola. Yo, why them nigga got them fucking 10 toes up in the air like that, bro? Like, why, whoa. Why do you have... Why... He got them toes bare up in the air like that. Man, I need me a ride or die like that. I really do. Cuff him! No way he was there. Cuff him, why the fuck would you go to that island? Why the fuck is Cuff him here in 1983? What are you doing, bro? I knew it. Is that why you wear glasses all the time? Really, dude? Unbelievable, bro. Go up, what? What else is there? Huh? Ew! I already went up. It's all redacted at the bottom. Look at that. What's the point of even... Dude, it's going to take a long time to really sort through all this stuff. These are unscanned photos. Yeah, I think we saw most of the stuff. Okay, I want to look through... Oh, Ian Carroll's ready. Ian Carroll's ready. Okay, quickly, I'm going to look through pizza and Jesus. There's no words that say pizza. Well, hold on. I need to get out of photos. You are dead. LOL, good riddance. Who the fuck was that? My dearest Jeffrey, I don't know when you'll get to read this. I was so sad to read that you've been found unconscious in your cell. No matter what happens, I will always be loyal to you, and you will always be loyal in my heart. Is that one of the models? Probably, right? Thanks for the 12. SNEAKO, the number in number 10 building is not New York. It's number 10 in London, where the Prime Minister resides. Okay. Hi, please let me know as soon as you find out about the pizza place. It would be okay to go to Red Hook for an hour to have a quick pizza, leaving just after 7. Hi, Anna. Mr. Epstein would like to see menu from pizza place. Could someone send it, please? There's no way this website's still active. Sam Hyde! What the hell? Did he just buy this domain to troll? What the fuck? The fuck Sam Hyde doing? What the? What? He definitely just bought that domain and changed it. Who emails? Okay, look, I love pizza, but who the fuck is emailing this many times about pizza? Hey, I really want to get pizza with you. Email. When have you ever emailed somebody asking to get pizza? When have you ever done that? She looks pregnant. You mean radiating a soft glow with the look of bliss and excitement. Yes, that's the pizza. Yeah, well. Do you want pizza? Nigga. Yeah, nah, bro, I refuse to be called a schizo. Pizza is clearly a term for something else. Nobody's emailing about pizza that much. 100%, we know what pizza means. Stop, bro, stop playing with me. Don't say I'm being a schizo. I've never sent one email ever. And I eat pizza like 4 times a week. I've never emailed somebody asking to get pizza. Bobby arrives out 10 p.m. tonight. Do you want a pizza delivered? And waiting for him at 3:01 tonight? Shall I do it or tomorrow? Guy, come on, bro. I need to make plans. Can I meet at 1? See you at 1. Do you want pizza? Hey, boss man, I thought you and Arena dinner from Buddha Sushi, shrimp bowl pizza. Okay, let me quickly go through it. That's pizza. What about Jesus? It's supposed to be them using it as like Jesus. Great. What was the Jesus and adulteress supposed to suppress? Stress? Jesus, how absurd. Yeah. Yeah, they're just saying, like, Jesus. That's all there is. Finkelstein. Okay, we're about to call. Click the other icons. I'm gonna do a deep dive with this with Ian Carroll. There's lots to speak about him. It'd be really, I think, important to go through this with him. Is the perfect guest to do that. Let me go. I have to pee real quick though. Okay. Okay, perfect timing. Ian Carroll's ready. Yes, Bronson, I'm sending you right now. Okay, Ian Carroll, let me go call him on Discord. Perfect time and... What the fuck would you go to that island? Hey, give me a second. I need to put in my headphones. Oh, can I hear you, chat? Can you hear? Is everything good? Yeah, sounds good. Ian, long time no speak. How you been? Hey, I got to tell you, congratulations. You were right. Conspiracy theorists were right. Vindicated. Oh, 1 second. My audio's... I need sorry about that.
Out here that are feeling the same way.
Yeah, I was just telling Ian Carroll, congratulations. You know, the conspiracy theorists were right. Time and time again, COVID, Israel, Epstein, what else? How many times do we have to be right too early? So, you know, you're a legend.
I mean, one of the crazy ones that you were just going over is Pizzagate too, dude. Like, Pizzagate was... Like, you weren't allowed to touch Pizzagate. Pizzagate was for, like, real crazies for a long time. And, I mean, this is a little different, but the Epstein emails and all the files they've got, they clearly correlate to Pizzagate in a lot of crazy ways. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know how many times I love pizza, and not in that way. It sounds weird to even saying that now, but I've never emailed someone to get pizza once, and it's all over JMail World. Have you done a deep dive? And also to introduce you quickly, I would say this is Ian Carroll. You guys know who he is. He's going on Tucker Carlson pretty soon. He was on Joe Rogan last year, has a great podcast, very informational. People know him as an investigative researcher. Your motto is seek truth, follow the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, got it right.
I mean, I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude that tried to figure out what the fuck is going on. And I thought I was going to be doing like deep dives into the stock market or some shit because I like money rules the world. And then the more you start digging around, the more you realize that like all roads lead back to a bunch of satanic pedophiles ruling the world. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? I wasn't planning for it to be like that.
Yeah, neither was I. My same, you know, first time we met on Jake Shields' podcast, my motto has always been seek truth through funny, which is very similar. So you were like investigative research. I'm just like here making content, and I believe in, you know, funny oftentimes is the truth. What's funny is true. And then you end up, you're like, oh, wait, pizza? Huh? Israel? Wait, Goy? What? I just wanted to tell some jokes and stuff. I thought it was going to be, you know, about low-level politics and, you know, feminism. And then here we are. Here we are at Pizzagate. Yeah.
And that's actually, I don't remember exactly, but I feel like we talked about a lot of this shit that very first time we hung out on Jake's podcast too. Because it's been a running theme. It's like everyone had suspected a lot of these things for a long time. And if you've been following it, people that actually do the research, like that actually read the books and shit, like we've known for ages all of the stuff that's coming out now and lots more. It's like there's way more than what's come out just in these emails. They're shocking, but there's so much more than that.
How much have you looked into JMail? I saw you texted me saying Sam Hyde's a legend. You're looking through this stuff. Is so funny because I didn't know. He probably bought the domain.
What you just found, that link is fucking hilarious, dude. He totally must have bought that link.
Did you see that before?
No, that was the first time I've seen it on your stream, dude. That was funny as fuck. That's exactly what Sam Hyde would do too.
Yeah.
And I've dug around a little bit in JMail, but also for where I'm at, I love that the people that made that have put that out for the people, but I don't use it for my research because I don't want to have an intermediary that I'm trusting to have like put all the files in one place because it's really fucking hard to get all the files. I'm doing it myself right now, trying to download like 1.something million files and then trying to upload them all into places, and some of the drops aren't complete. And so I would rather go to the primary sources and get them directly, just so that I'm not missing anything, because I don't know who made JMail.
All right, so you don't think JMail is a legitimate source?
Oh, I think it's a legit source. I think they have the best of intentions and are doing an awesome job. It's just that from my own work trying to get all the files onto an online resource, it's actually way fucking harder than it sounds. And this last drop, there was a bunch of people, journalists all around the world, that were all trying to download all these files at once. And everyone kept having problems getting all. File set 9 was fucking massive. And a bunch of people, most people weren't able to get the whole file set all at once because the DOJ website kept blocking you. So there's just a lot of like technical difficulties in actually getting every single file download it and then upload it into one place. So I would just rather do it myself, so I know I'm not missing stuff, or if I am missing stuff, I know what I'm missing. Whereas in Gmail, it's like an awesome resource for regular people to like tool around in and kind of see what's in there. But I would hate to like be looking for something and think that there's like, oh, that guy's not mentioned because it's missed in Gmail for whatever reason. I don't know how much of the new stuff they already have in it. Do you know if they have the whole set 9, 10, 11, and 12 already in Jmail?
No, I'm not sure. But I do want to look through some of that stuff. There's a lot that I want to talk to you about. But yeah, some of that stuff is censored as well. So I'm going to go ahead and cut YouTube. So YouTube people, come on over to Kick. I'll continue speaking with Ian Carroll. We'll do a deep dive here. The link is pinned, and it's the first link in the description, kick.com/SNEAKO. It's just YouTube. You got to be careful. I did just get it back. And we'll see you over here.
Yeah, congrats, man. I didn't realize you were back on YouTube. Nice fucking work, man.
Yeah, I got unbanned in October of last year. So after 3 years, YouTube apologized and said, sorry for the wait, but thank you for your patience. And we were wrong. Here's your channel back.
The wait.
Yeah. They said literally thank you for your patience, which is so ridiculous because one of them was for election.
Ain't patience. That's giving up.
Yeah. Election misinformation, COVID misinformation. I was one of the only channels because they changed their policy. If you're banned, traditionally YouTube says you can't make a new account. Then they changed it, but everybody else has to make a new channel. I actually got reinstated